got that dumpy back there. Poor girl. What about poor me? September 7, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you. Nah. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. Or should I give him an accent? The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. No, I'll give him the normal. Emo, what's his name? From Naruto? Sasuke. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession into the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Oh, I've seen this before. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death: loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in the girl's hands, sir. Okay, bro. Sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Pause. Witness testimony. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Well, the window is not, it's not seeable. Barely seeable. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Cross-examination! As soon as the phone call came, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Wright, Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had her hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss Maya is suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in your testimony, Your Honor said. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word said Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Oh, so it is hers. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Chitter chatter, chitter chatter. Order in the court. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Okay. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about the vital piece of information the first time? Evidence? I know. I'm real embarrassed about. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? Kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hemoglobins, hemoglobin, bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Yeah. Look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right. Where was I? Also, there was blood found on the finger. Hold it. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. I'm just pressing them because, you know, clearly. Do you have proof it was Maya who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? I did? The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was frightened. Objection! Hold on. I can't tell what voice to give him. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. 9. Hey! It's instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim Maya Fey wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? Mm-mm. You have it backwards, detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Oh, Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Oh, when? The day after? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look so shocked. Since I got that right, I'm gonna save. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You're at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Oh, what? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. He's got that dumpy back there. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh God. Witness, your name, please. April May. Oh. Why'd they add jiggle physics? April May, at your service. Wink. Okay. I can't wait to see her break. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Oh, I just icked so hard. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl, sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Stop. Every time you wink, it jiggles. It wiggles. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. She has to have some kind of weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. I'm not voicing her every time. It was... Okay, I guess I am. It was like... it was like 9 at night. I looked at the window, you know? Okay, I don't have the time, so I'll just press her for the time. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? You can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... Okay. I had a feeling. You... had a feeling. Okay. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Yeah, clock her, Phoenix. Clock her. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one? Yeah, sure. Let's see how far I can run with it. He's gonna... Dude, Edgeworth is gonna... He's gonna... Call, what is it? Whatchamacallit? Irrelevant. Surely you must have had a reason to lock out your window at that time of night. Oh. Yep. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. But badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl. Bro, y'all simps. Y'all are all simps. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked at the window. What did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Well, they both have long hair. The one with long hair, that was Mia Fey. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl in the defendant's chair. How do you know that? How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Your question is testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Oh, what? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? Guys, what just happened? Because I don't know what just happened. Lying? Saw nothing? Lying? Saw nothing? Lying? Saw nothing? I'll just say you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean... Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Oh, I'll be a good... Yeah, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Dang, I almost had her. Witness account. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Yeah, it does, because you're lying. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. How do I show... This is not right. How do you know that? Is that right, as in your right, as you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right hand. Right. Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. The girl of the hippie... Alright. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what you... I mean... That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. What happened then? Okay, I'll just press you again. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? How do you... clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Oh, well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. A clock, the statue clock, I think? Objection! Oh, I guess I did. Okay. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. What? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh, okay, Edgeworth. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Phew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. Did you know it was? How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hee. The law offices of Faye & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung. She couldn't have heard it? She couldn't have heard it? You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs, amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she could really, she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Dang, time to switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No. No, Your Honor. Okay, give up, no, not satisfied. Oh, okay, so, couldn't have run. Okay. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Batteries, how do we know the batteries are dead? It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat! Well, Miss May. Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must say, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That is true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Ooh. There. There. That. Present. She said it doesn't talk. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Well, wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. Da, da, da. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Da, da, da. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Ma? Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. Well, Larry? Yeah, Larry made it. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendant have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. 'Cause Larry made it. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! Get him. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today. Okay, bro. He's... Ooh. Oh. 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 What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa. What a switch up. Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh, why's she side-eyeing me like that? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it? She heard that it was a clock. She heard. That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known that it was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Hold on, let me save it before. And I can show you proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap. Have a look at this. Ah! Oh, that? Huh? I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Faye's phone, weren't you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping in her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove on one thing. One thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think no. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Proof that the victim said on the phone. Proof that the victim said. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Oh right, duh. Check. Present phone. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Beep. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while? Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. La la la. What? Witness, answer the phone. Did you tap her phone? What? What? Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up. All of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. Oh. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm so... so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Okay. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Hold on. Back. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edward wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone this defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Huh, I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. Huh? And of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9. At 9. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Asked the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Witness was not... Huh? So where does that leave us? It is my great pleasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit the murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... Come on, think of something. Yeah, whatever. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sucked in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition. If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, that she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. White! Accept. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That t-shirt looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the Vine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from my guest, Miss May. She asked for iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I'm hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Miss May's... There's too many M's. May, Mia, Maya, my mom, bro. Like, what? What? Received a call after 8 in the evening from my guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Oh, absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Huh? Yes, what then? 9 on the dot. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 the time of the murder. Guess Miss May, sir. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrass, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk. Finally you understand? This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Protest! Wait! Please wait! Yes? The defense? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. No, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. White. Alright, okay, relax. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check it. Tell me about check it. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl. So it was a disappointment, really. I see. Huh? Excuse me. What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir. But even I'd have a little chance with a lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer this question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask? Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Huh? He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ooh! You fool! I've done it. I've won! How? We don't even know who killed her. Was it April May or was it a man? Okay. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? What? What does that mean? After all, it was you who hid the presence of... After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Okay. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant in lobby number 1. Mr. Wright. Huh. I don't know if I should end it here because it's already like double the amount of time I did for the first episode. So yeah, maybe I'll just end it here. Okay. I'll see you guys in part 2 of episode 2. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes.